which position group concerns you the most, or which group is still far away from playoff talent? I mean, Tim, I'll give you a crack at this one, but for me, it starts with the defensive line. It starts with, you know, replacing Tuli Pelotu, being able to have multiple guys who are more regularly making plays. And like, Tyrone Taleni made a few really important plays over the course of the season. Solomon Byrd made a few really important plays here and there over the course of the season. But like every week, every game, not nearly, at the level that Tui Pelotu and others were delivering. And of course, we also have to mention Corey Foreman in all of this. And like, in terms of Alex Grinch proving that he can develop players, and also proving, Tim, to your point, about the year 1 to year 2, can he squeeze production out of a player who's been, hurt? To be fair to him, he has been hurt, dealt with injuries a lot last season. But even then, like we were certainly expecting more upside, more of a contribution from him. And, he made the big play at the end of the UCLA game. So we were all thinking, oh, is that the eureka moment? Is that the moment when the light comes on and he just takes off? He didn't take off in the Pac-12 championship game or the Cotton Bowl. And that was a real disappointment. So, there are untapped resources here, and there are also still a lot of questions. And, we mentioned again that the best way to defend Caleb Williams is to not let him get on the field. So, you could say the secondary, might be the most worrisome position group. And again, I'll turn it over to you in just a moment. But for me, it really is the defensive line. That is so much of the battle. It's so much of the equation in terms of where we look at the epicenter of USC in terms of where this season's going to turn, how this season's going to unfold. If the defensive line, if you just ask me, Matt, what position group can really make it the difference for USC this season? If the defensive line is significantly better, USC should be in great shape. That's where I'm going to plant my flag. But now, what about you?
I'm actually kind of happy, because if we would ask the same question, probably like in October of last year, I'll bet we both would have said linebacker. I know I would have.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Neither one of us are even thinking that right now.
That's right.
With the additions they have, adding in, bringing in Cobb, we know that Gentry is going to be awesome. We know Shane Lee is healthy now. He's playing an injured arm all season. Rajon Davis showed up in that Cotton Bowl. So there's a lot of guys there at the linebacker. That's pretty much cleared up. I agree with you. I'm okay on the secondary. I know that we have to replace Mekhi Blackman. That is not. I don't realize. I think most fans don't realize just what an awesome job he did last year of just locking down his side of the ball.
Yeah.
Just a great cover guy. He just shut guys down. They were in man a lot. They put him on an island. Of course he got burned a couple of times. We saw that he got burned, but the reason why he got burned is the group I'm going to talk about, and that's that rush end position. I think I've been harping on this for a while now. If I'm right, they've moved Corey Foreman inside, I think. So he's going to have his hand in the dirt. So you're going to have guys on the outside there. There's some serious talent. We keep hearing about Romello Height, the transfer from Auburn. He was injured all last year. Hopefully he can stay healthy and show us why they were so excited about him coming on. They added Muhammad, right?
Georgia
Muhammad.
Yep.
Yeah, they added him. There's a lot of praise for him. They're talking about the fact that they're happy that he was a quarterback. And it's a story about him. He was a quarterback. And they're really, actually, Rick and I were talking. Rick was talking to me about it. He's saying, Rick's excited because, you as a quarterback, you see plays develop. You as a quarterback mind. So now you got a guy at rush end, and he's kind of looking at the situation, and he could probably do his pre-snap reads just like a quarterback, maybe not Tom Brady level, but he'll be able to take a look and go, okay, and know the play and know what's coming. That kind of insight might be great. He's got a high motor. I was really happy that Solomon Byrd flashed a lot last year. He had a couple of games, but he just was totally inconsistent. Hopefully he can get a little more consistent with that. So there's all kinds of studs coming in too. So I don't want to say that there's going to be a problem. I'm just saying it's unproven. I'm saying there's a lot of unproven guys on that rush end position. Romello Height Please stay healthy. That would be awesome. Brendan Shelby, the freshman, David Peavy. I don't think they get a lot of time, but maybe towards the end of the year they get a little size as developed. They might get some run. But I think of all the position groups, I think that edge position is going to be huge. The problem we're having those explosive plays is because we were not getting any pressure on the quarterback. And I think what I've heard over and over again, I don't know that much about Grinch's system, but from what I heard, the linchpin to his system is getting pressure on that quarterback. And if you let the guy sit back there comfortably, and there's you can't collapse a pocket. That's another thing though. Why I'm happy about the defensive line. So you brought up the defensive line. The defensive line, there's some kind of proven guys. You got Kyron Barr. Kyron Barr's up there, big dude in the middle. So that'll be maybe we can push. Big part of getting pressure on the quarterback is pushing that pocket, collapsing that pocket, and so the guys can get to the quarterback. I'm happy with the fact we're not saying linebacker. I mean, we could put that baby to rest. Well, I shouldn't celebrate yet, but I think that's going to be shored up. I think those run fits will be shored up. Can we get pressure on the quarterback? And that's going to be on an unproven edge rush position.